This is the chief's office in Langata Ward, Langata constituency, a container and an unfinished toilet. 6 months later, the container still stood, but the toilet had been completed. And while the National Taxpayers Association says the progress of stalled projects has been steady, money is still not being used wisely. This project alone was allocated 1.8 million shillings, and all the money was apparently used up. The NTA, however, insists that it could not have cost more than 450,000 shillings.
We had so very few people talking about the well-implemented projects in those constituencies. The focus was mainly about projects that the citizens were not benefiting from those particular constituencies.
The recent study was conducted in 8 constituencies headed by the most prominent presidential candidates. Raila Odinga's Langata has some embarrassing pictures. For instance, this drainage system said to have cost less than what has been budgeted for and what was actually spent. In Uhuru Kenyatta's Gatanga South constituency is this dairy factory said to have cost 3.5 million shillings and constructed in 2006. 6 months later, it was renovated by a well-wisher, but according to the NTA, it was still not in use. The Gatanga South CDF committee has however insisted that the factory is in full use and was handed over to local dairy farmers. Kalonzo Musyoka's Mwingi South is not any better. 1.5 million shillings was spent on a ghost project, a polytechnic to be called Mutwang'ombe. This earth dam cost 1.4 million shillings. The NTA says not a good value for taxpayers' money.
We all pay taxes as Kenyans. And we are saying we also demand services that are equivalent or if not better than what we give.
Gatanga constituency, represented by Peter Kenneth, and Eugene Omalo's Saboti constituency seem to have the least misused funds. Many MPs have often insisted that they have little to do with the management of CDF. They are patrons of the fund, however, and the perceptions of many Kenyans may be swayed on how they can handle that vis-a-vis the national kitty. For News at 8, I am Andrew Ochieng.